Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuzz here, and in today's video, it's going to be a video about the wilderness and how to survive. A wilderness survival guide, if you will. I've put out a lot of guides on things in the wilderness lately, such as lava strakeworms and revenants, and I get the same comments of people saying, hey, this place has so many Pkers, I constantly die, it's not worth it to go here, or people saying I shouldn't even post about things in the wilderness at all. And the truth is, the wilderness is not crawling with Pkers like it is on old school or how it used to be. There are people that still do love to PK and are PKing, but that's a small minority. There's maybe a few hundred players that still take PK trips to the wilderness, which is absolutely minuscule compared to how it used to be. Of course, this doesn't mean that you won't encounter any Pkers while doing things in wilderness hotspots, and what this guide aims to do is to show you how to safely traverse the wilderness. It will show you a variety of items to bring with you, different things that will help you escape, and give you a full rundown on how to escape almost any Pker, even the most skilled. This guide does not take into account teams, as there are some places that are multi-combat, and if a team of 10 people log in, it's going to be pretty tough to survive no matter what you do. I know this video may get a lot of hate, either from people that are Pkers themselves that aren't liking me showing the general player this, or people that don't want me to, just share all this information or even talk about the wilderness in general. And there's also the people that just hate the wilderness, and any mention of the wilderness in general just turns them off. But let me tell you, it's not that scary of a place as you think. So this guide is going to be divided into 3 sections: useful items, hotspots, and escape tactics. First, we are going to start with useful items, equipment, and buffs that can help you be safe and survive in the wilderness. First, we're going to talk about teleports. If you don't know, you cannot tele out of level 30 plus wilderness. You can only teleport out of level 20 to 30 wilderness with specific items. The best items to use are as follows. The Amulet of Glory is a really cheap necklace that works between level 20 and 30 wilderness. It's the same with the Combat Bracelet, Ring of Wealth, and Skills Necklace. However, I recommend the Amulet of Glory. The Grand Seed Pod can also work, although it's a bit more expensive. My personal choice, however, is the Wilderness Sword 4, as I can easily put it on my action bar and just spam click the keybind, and it will equip and then teleport me to Edgeville once equipped. Next, we are going to get into some more useful items for survival. The first being one of the most important parts of survival, a shield or shield bow. This will allow you to use life-saving defensives like Resonance, Immortality, Devotion, Reflect, and more. This is absolutely vital to surviving a PKer. Another useful item is the Gorijan Mushroom. This is a mushroom you can eat every 60 seconds, and it will heal you 10% of your max health, and damage taken in PvP is reduced by a flat 15%. This is a very useful buff to bring along to tank PKers. Another item is the Portent of Restoration. It's highly useful as it will automatically heal you when you drop below 50% health in combat. This is very good for someone that isn't super experienced in taking PKers, and it's a way to automatically heal when you might be panicked or focused on escaping and using abilities. Another item is the Fury Shark. It's an item dropped by lava strakeworms, and what it does is when eaten, it will heal the player and grant you the ability to protect an additional item after being consumed. This means if you somehow get skulled and your protect item prayer isn't on, you can still keep an item. Or you can keep 2 items if you're skulled with protect item, or up to 5 items if you're unskulled. Another highly useful item that has been used in PvP scenarios for ages is the Phoenix Necklace. This will automatically restore your life points by 30% of maximum if you drop below 20% of your max life. So it's like the Portent of Restoration. This is just another way to quickly heal when being attacked. Next is going to be a key item category for escaping Pkers. This is a way to restore run energy. You can use Globetrotter Boots, an Ogre Flask with salt water, you can take a saltwater bath from Uglog, or you can bring a Stamina Potion. All these items will restore your run energy. And the reason this is so important is because Pkers love to use Morgan's Throwing Axe special attack, which will drain your run energy, making you have to walk like a snail to try to escape. This can often be the difference between living and dying, so this is extremely important to have so you have a way to restore your run energy. Another thing is a Beast of Burden familiar. It's extremely important. This allows you to bring extra supplies such as food and prayer to help you last longer while escaping. I highly recommend bringing a Beast of Burden full of food and prayer to any hotspot you go to in the wilderness. Next is going to be actually an invention perk, the mobile perk. This perk halves the cooldown of Surge, Escape, Barge, and Bladed Dive. Surge is a vital part of escaping Pkers, and if you have a mobile perk and the Pker doesn't, you'll easily be able to have an advantage when escaping. However, if you don't have mobile as a perk, but the person attacking you does, it's going to be a much harder escape as you're at a disadvantage. The Camouflage Potion is going to be an honorable mention as it removes the player's minimap icon for 1 minute. This can be nice when going into the wilderness for something quick, but probably isn't worth it to drink constantly while at one place for a long time. Now that we have gone over the useful items, we are going to go into the hotspots in the wilderness. Most people don't go into the wilderness for much anymore, but a few things are pretty active. The most notable hotspot is somewhere like the Forenthry dungeon at Revenants. This place is multi-combat, so you have to be very careful. However, you can be below 30 wilderness when killing most Revenants and other Slayer creatures. So if you're paying attention, the best course of action to escape is just to teleport out when you see another Pker before they can get a teleblock on you. However, if this fails, you can surge away and try to go in and out of the Forenthry dungeon door as you'll be out of multi-combat. The next place that is a hotspot is the Lava Strike Worms. This is a single combat zone and it's pretty easy to escape Pkers once you know tactics that I show in the next section. I would of course highly recommend to bring a Beast of Burden here. Other than that, there aren't tons of other areas crawling with Pkers. There are Slayer creatures scattered around here or there in the wilderness, and warbands of course, that may attract some Pkers, but honestly, there's not that many. Alright guys, so now we are going to be looking at useful abilities when escaping a Pker, and then I will go through a live breakdown of a successful escape from level 30 plus all the way to the wilderness ditch. Now, Anticipation and Freedom are probably the most useful abilities for escaping Pkers, and Stun Locking is one of the main tactics Pkers used, and if you cycle through Anticipate and Freedom, there's a very tiny window that a Pker can stun you. You basically want to start with Anticipate when attacked, unless of course you're already stunned. In that case you will Freedom. You will then watch your buff bar and make sure to cycle through each of them whenever the other has run out. This is extremely important to escaping. Next is going to be your movement abilities. Surge, Bladed Dive, and Barge. Surge is my go-to move, and I will usually surge as often as I can with the mobile perk. But you want to make sure you get a clear surge as far as you can go. You don't want to get stuck or surge into a tree stump or something. Barge is also good if you find a monster nearby and equip melee weapons that you can barge into them with. Next is some defensives. Devotion is my go-to move as this will block all damage as long as you have your correct overhead prayer up. Resonance is also good as it can give you a quick heal, and Barricade is another good ability, although it does require 100% adrenaline. A last resort and sort of trick I learned is the ability Immortality. This ability will make you come back to life when killed. It also clears teleblock, so if you are under 30 wilderness, you can die with Immortality on and then immediately teleport to safety. It is risky, however, as the Pker could KO you before you can tele, but I like to use this as a last resort move. Now we are going to get a live look and commentary of a successful escape I did against a pretty skilled Pker, it seemed like, that I actually got while recording one of my Lava Strike Worms guides. So we're going to get into the live commentary now. Alright guys, so now we are going to look at a live action escape of me, escaping a Pkers. I'm going to tell you what I did and what I should have done. So as you can see, a Pkers attacks me here, and the first thing I do is I eat up. I really should have put on my Protect Prayer sooner, but I Protect Magic and I am tele-blocked. And the first thing I do is Surge, which the Pkers also does. You can kind of tell this guy's an experienced Pkers because he knows exactly what to do. He's trying to entangle me, but I have Freedom up, as you can see. And then Freedom is about to run out soon, and I should anticipate. We will see if I do. And there I go. I anticipate. Now I have about 10 seconds of stun immunity, so I'm still running. I'm full health. I'm pretty much doing fine. The Pkers surges onto me here. And as you can see, my stun immunity is about to run out, and there's a small window where Pkers can stun you. So here, my stuns finally run out, and I get entangled. What I do is I Devotion, and this makes it so he can't do any damage with Mage. But he does use his Morgan's Throne Axe special on me, which is sapping my run energy. And the big mistake I did was I didn't bring anything to restore my run energy. So here I search again, and as you can see, I basically am not taking any damage, but see, I am walking now because I am out of run, and I could have maybe logged out here, but instead I Freedomed, and I do have Anticipate up, but as you can see, I just have no run energy, so I'm just walking super slow, but I really am taking no damage here. So as you see, Dragon Breath drops your prayer. If they use Dragon Breath, you want to immediately eat up and then spam your prayer to try to get it back on. A lot of people panic and don't ever get their prayer back on, but your prayer will be turned off for a bit, and then you should be able to turn it back. And here I'm just walking, tanking this guy. It would be such a more easy escape if I actually had run renewal. I would have probably escaped by now, but as you can see, he basically can't stun me because of my stun immunities, and I missed that surge earlier, and I didn't surge as far as I should have. But I should be using things like Reflect and Resonance a little more here. But he missed his Dragon Breath there, and it didn't drop my prayer, but you always want to watch out for when your prayer drops. Do not panic and just eat up and then turn it back on. Here he is sapping my run energy again. Like I said, it was a big mistake for me of not bringing run energy renewal. This guy obviously really knows what he's doing, but we're staying calm, and we're just cycling through our Freedom and Anticipate. I'm kind of laughing at him here because I realize I'm probably going to escape, so it's kind of fun to trash talk them sometimes. Yes, so my prayer drops here, and I just eat up as much as I can. Anticipate again, turn on my prayer, and we are looking fine. Our run energy is actually coming back now, so I should turn that on soon, as I do right here. And now it's basically a pretty easy escape. He drops my prayer here, but I make sure to just eat up as much as I can. And I didn't actually have all the items that I recommended in this video, just because I wasn't going to be out in the wildy for too long, but I do recommend bringing them as they would help even more. Here I Devotion again and have my Mage Pray on so he can't do any damage, and of course I'm walking, so this escape I had to tank for way longer than I should have here. He finally gets a stun on me here, but I get out of there. I eat this Fury Shark for no reason. And I get my prey back up, and as you can see, he's trying desperately to get the KO, but he can't, and we escape. So this is just one example. I pointed out the things that I did wrong, because I did a lot wrong, but I still ended up escaping this guy all the way to the end, and I have to hit him with the trash talk, because, I mean, come on, you really have to. But yeah, this is just an example of me escaping a Pkers all the way from Lava Strikeworms to the ditch. Had plenty of food, since I had 3 brews, like 15 sailfish or 10 sailfish, and I didn't even have a full yak when this started. I had no run renewal, nothing, and we had a pretty easy escape. So if you follow these tips, you will escape. You have to stay calm, you have to know what to do, and you should be able to escape almost any Pkers in single way combat. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you out. I know this could get a lot of hate just because there are Pkers that aren't going to want you to see this, and there's people that just hate anything about the wilderness in general. Like I said, this doesn't mean you will just be able to escape any Pkers in any scenario. It obviously takes practice. You have to know what to do. This is for single combat, and but as you saw there, I didn't have many of the things I recommended, and I still managed to escape. You know, there's just different things you have to look out for, and once you escape a few times, you're going to start to learn what Pkers do and what you need to do to escape. You know, sometimes it can be almost impossible to kill somebody. I know there was this guy at Lava Strike Worms, and I would always see a Pkers go after him, and I think he had the Wilderness Slayer title or something, and he would always just constantly escape, no problem. And, you know, once you learn how to do this, you should have really no problem escaping, especially from Lava Strike Worms. Places like Revenants where it's multi-combat, there are ways to escape as well if you get hit by a team, which is unlikely. There aren't that many teams, PKing and Runescape 3. But there are different ways there as well. So I hope these tips helped you out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I spent a long time trying to make it as informative as possible. So please leave a like if you haven't already. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, thank you to all my channel members again. If you'd like to join my channel memberships, there's a link in the description. You can click the join button below. You get a ton of exclusive perks, like an exclusive members only Discord that we just made. You can PVM with me. I'll add you on Discord, all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, you can click the button below, and thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.